What's up, guys? Vince right here, and no, the rapture didn't happen. I don't know why people think like no. Even as a Christian, like whoever says like, oh, the rapture has happened, this no. That's against the Bible. Also, like I'm doing laundry as usual. I don't know about you, but yes, I'm doing laundry during these days. I just want to give a huge shout out to Stefan. Happy birthday! I'm gonna be celebrating his birthday tomorrow, and you're probably gonna see this. So, just give a if you comment, happy birthday, Stefan, my co-host, my little brother. Basically, just he's been going through a lot. I feel like it would cheer him up. But anyways, yeah, can't wait to celebrate his birthday. Got a gift for him and everything. He's been there. I don't have a lot of friends that I have like that, but it's crazy that we're still friends till this day. We're both in the same age range. Oh boy, we're getting old. Anyways, let's do this. I might as well give you a little something in terms of Christ. I know I've been talking about Charlie Kirk here and there for the longest amount of time. I don't know how many, videos I've been talking about Charlie Kirk. But one thing I don't understand is like, why can't you guys just give your opinions? One of the things I just hate are cowards. The person that shot Kirk, coward. Instead of, just like, arguing or something. Like, that doesn't make you a good person. That doesn't make you, the big guy or someone to be feared or whatever. Okay? No one cares who you are. All right? Maybe there is some, for sure, because you literally killed a person, but that person's now in jail, and I don't know what's going on. I try not to pay attention to the killer. But at the same time, like, it's cowardice to just like, imagine, you and me playing Uno and you just happen to flip the table because you're a sore loser. You lost. Well, how about you prove that with skill? That's what a sore loser does. People that, celebrate his death or something. And I don't care. Like, there's this whole conversation like, oh, he's racist or something. Listen, all of us have opinions that people may think we're racist or something. All of us have opinions, whether people think we're, homophobic or whatever. If every single word comes out of our mouths that is now broadcasted in front of the whole world, I guarantee that there is going to be a certain group out there that is going to come for us. No one's perfect. Why do people expect that? The thing is that what he did, preaching the truth and being a man of God, like, it's just like, I can't help but think that's demonic. I feel like we're in this point where we have to stand on what we stand on, which is facts and truth. Plain and simple. And you know what? I'm going to keep saying that. I know that, there's this fear that the same people that want him dead are actually, sub to my channel or something like that. I wouldn't know that. And there is a part of me where I trust you guys. I don't like Kirk. But this is an example of like your opinions could literally get you killed. What kind of truth is that? Like what's happening in the UK is terrifying. People getting arrested because of stuff they send on the internet. And it could be something from 9 or 10 years ago. Most of my subscribers are Americans. You should be grateful that you're in a country where you get to have your free speech. You get to have your opinions. Even if someone is dead, you still get to have your opinions. I don't know what world we're living in. But anyways, yeah, pretty much the rapture didn't happen. So God's giving you, a second chance at this point. You know what I'm saying? You know what's crazy is that, and also sad. So I watch Kind of Funny, time after time I listen to them. They talk about the rapture. They got Greg there. At this point, I just know Greg is a Satanist. 100%. The person that I look up to is a Satanist. Of course, who's surprised? He literally said, and it's crazy, but at the same time, it's kind of true, and it's heartbreaking. He said, yeah, I'm not going to heaven. He talked about the rapture, and he knows the rapture. He's not dumb. It's either people going to hell or heaven. People that are going to be taken to heaven or people that are just going to stay here, which are the ones that are going to be left in hell. And he undoubtedly said, especially as the man that is not a man of God, And I criticize him for, giving praise to the enemy or something like that. And it's just sickening. I just, can't understand how we got to that point. But he simply said, like, look, I know I'm not going to heaven. One thing I respect is that he kind of stand on that. But at the same time, it's just dark. It's demonic. It's like, but it's true. He admits it. And I can't help. Listen, I love Kind of Funny. But at the same time, I hope they find Christ. You talk about biblical things there. What about the truth? What about the good Holy Spirit? Like you kind of just wish they had that. But when people are falling to the enemy and they know about the Bible and they know the truth, it's like, what do you do with these people? One thing I could respect is that at least they stand on it. He literally stands. So like, yeah, I'm going to hell. I'll be okay. Which you're not. In hell, you're gonna suffer in eternity. I don't know how clear that has to be, but people don't even take that seriously. But then again, it kind of shows every time I log in. Sometimes, man, I just feel like we're losing ourselves in society. We're losing our saneness. I see it in full color, especially being a man of Christ. I see it more. I'm doing my laundry. Gosh, I can't be serious when I'm doing my laundry. You just hear stuff in the background, or at least I do. Anyways, let's talk about some news. So what's happening in the Philippines is crazy. Apparently there's a flood. And also there's a flood in Hong Kong. And there's also, Bangkok is going through some stuff with the sinkholes. What's happening? What's happening in Asia? Like my second home being the Philippines. I don't. Here's the thing. I don't know what to say about it because, well, I wasn't born in the Philippines, and also, I'm kind of hurt. At the same time, I'm like worried because I still have family there. I hope everything's okay because my parents keep watching like the news about it. Until this day, I don't know what to make of it. It is like stuff after stuff. It's a lot of politics, blaming other politics, all that yaggering or whatever. At this point, I'm just like, okay, I don't get it. Like, especially with here's the thing. And as a person that grew up in a Filipino household, I can't really take anything seriously with that accent. Oh, I was like, freaking, here's the thing. I love my culture. I love my second home, the Philippines. But at the same time, I just can't take it with the stinking accent, man. It's even my parents are tired of it. Even like my family in some ways are tired of it. Even though it doesn't really bother us when I'm speaking to my grandmama or my grandpapa or anyone in my family, of course, my cousins from there and stuff like that. Yes, it doesn't bother, especially how good their English is. But sometimes I'd never fall in love with it. If anything, I don't know what it is, but I tend to get away from it. A lot of times I get away from it. And when I hear an American accent, something that is clear, even like a British accent, it's like, okay, well, your argument makes sense. But the thing is that when I hear, Filipino politics arguing at each other, it just sounds like, chickens barking. Am I right or wrong? I'm Filipino. I can say that, right? Like, I can say that, right? I know it might offend some people or something, but for crying out loud, I'm Filipino. If you look at my face, just look at the videos that I've been making. You see my face. What isn't Filipino about me? Everything from the freaking, like, my I don't know what this is. This, like, Southeast Asian Afro spiky Goku hair that I have going on that sometimes forms into horns. Like what is that? At this point, what isn't Filipino about me? Everything is Filipino. Color skin, my eyes, my nose. It just speaks of like full Austronesian indigenous descendants. But anyways, prayers to the Philippines, prayers to Hong Kong. I saw the video. Man, they shattered the glass. The water shattered the glass. And it got into the freaking hotel. Oh my goodness, that's terrifying. And also, especially Bangkok with its sinkholes, that is huge. That's almost like a half stadium big, right? Scary times out there. The rapture ain't happening, but I feel like, there's like a rapture is about to happen. At least that's why, I sometimes think. I'm looking at like news and stuff. I'm like, man, okay. Listen, the Rapture's not happening, but is it actually about to happen? Like I'm confused. It's like what's about the. It's like a jump scare. You don't know when it's gonna come. I don't know. What I do know is that I tried that cat's eye chicken. I like to talk about food, and Jollibee dropped the cat's eye chicken, Korean barbecue chicken, and it's pretty good. Now, what? Pretty much the only thing that like everything. Listen, I'm not the biggest Jollibee person. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you. Spaghetti and chicken is like Their adobo rice is good, but I don't know. But the Korean barbecue chicken is pretty good. It's pretty good. It's probably neck to neck with the pies they're serving. But to be honest, of course it's cat's eye because of Sophie, our Filipino queen right now. One of the most famous Filipinos in America right now is Sophie from Cat's Eye, of course. But at the same time, I tried it. It's goopy. I feel like a little too much Korean barbecue sauce, and also Korean barbecue. Oh, I'm sorry. We're giving Korea. We're giving Korea more love now and freaking the Philippines, huh? Is that what we're doing? I don't know what to tell you when it comes. Listen. It'd be different if it was like Indonesia. It'd be different. I sound like a Zionist. Oh my goodness. If it'd be different if it was Indonesia or like any Southeast Asian guy. Shoot, even Australia. I don't care. But like North Asia, stop. Listen, Korea is already famous as it is. Give Philippines a chance, okay? Philippine pride, baby. What's up with the North, huh? The Southeast Asia, that's where it's at, okay? I don't understand. Well, we gotta worry about the North. Japan got it going on. You look at the internet from any form. Japan, Shibuya, Shingoku, blah, 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 anime, video games, blah, 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 blah. It's all over in the freaking internet. I'm tired of it, man. Like, I'm sorry. Japan still didn't apologize for what they did to the Philippines. I'm just putting that out there. Listen, I love my country. I'm gonna let you know that. I don't know if that's surprising to y'all. Philippines. Anyways, let me put my flag down and just talk about some gaming. So, Sage just happened. Some of you are like, what's that? Who's Sage? Well, I don't know what to tell you anymore, guys. You just don't follow my content. That's how it is. Sage, Game Direct. It's filled with a bunch of Sonic-inspired games, and they just had Direct. I play a bunch of their games. I was thinking of recording some of it, and then I'm just like, nah, I'm good. I tried to record some of it, but I couldn't. Because I found out that no, I don't have my own place. So what's the point even? What's the point of wasting all this time that I can actually be alone by just working on something that I don't get paid for? I already get paid to play games, okay? Except it's just not on YouTube. I don't know what to tell you. Some of you didn't know that, actually. But yeah, that's my job. But also, Sweet Baby Inc. Why Sweet Baby Inc. is in my channel? I never really cared about them, but this has to be the craziest and baffling news I ever heard. Apparently, cozy games are getting canceled because they're too freaking white. You can't make this up. You just can't make this up anymore. I'm sorry. What's so white about owning a freaking grocery shopping? Huh? Like discounting is like the amount of color, people of color in that. But apparently the concept of actually, I don't know, starting a business, farming apparently is racist or something, even though we need to feed our people. Sweet Baby Inc. is demonic. They're possessed by demons. Plain and simple. They're possessed by demons. I can't take this seriously. Cozy gaming has always been the most softest babies I ever freaking seen ever in gaming history. And speaking from me, that has been blocked by two of these, gamers that I will not talk about in the cozy gaming community because they're stupid. They're soft. Okay? Complete cowards. They're just like I don't get it. And their chat doesn't have anything. Oh, we shouldn't be. No. You don't dictate that of what's positive and what's not positive. I'm still up about that. You can tell it. But I'm here in VinzTalk to basically let out of my anger right now because this is therapy. Okay, you're a therapist and you're listening to me. I am the customer here. Why on earth is cozy gaming decolonization or something like that? How does that make sense? Apparently, working is decolonization to them because we're just lazy. That's what it is, plain and simple. I don't know what argument is that. Like, go with the freaking action games, huh? What about the RPGs? Huh? What about the racing games? I'm sorry. Apparently, why is race beyond that important? People don't care about race when it comes to the same thing in real life. People don't care about what you are. People don't care if I'm Filipino. When I walk into the freaking grocery market, when I'm reviewing a game, when I even got a job, when I was actually trying to make it big in YouTube, you think race is the biggest thing? The factor? No, it's not. Snap out of it. It is stupid. The amount of gamers within the cozy gaming space are white. What is white women? What does that tell you? I'm just speaking on truth. 10 toes. 10 toes. Like I can't believe this. The idea of in the cozy gaming space is racist. It is the most possessed, dumbest thing I have ever heard. You might as well just call a plant a person, for Christ's sakes. You might as well just call an owl a freaking car. I don't know. The most dumbest thing. What? Huh? I got a feeling that God warned us about this. You know what? With the cozy gaming space and all that, from seeing that, it's one of those moments where I wish the freaking Rapture happened. Yeah, I said it. I said it because these cozy gamers are soft. Can't take criticism. Can't take anything seriously. Unbelievable. And I really enjoy cozy games. That's what sucks about it, man. I love these games. But the community, where are you at? Where is your brain? Where is it? And I guarantee that's not a real human in them. Okay, I just know for sure it's a demon. Demon slayers. Someone called them. Hello, someone called them. Anyways, God. And speaking of cozy games, Pokepia. Not gonna play that. Instead, I'm gonna play that freaking farming game from Power World because it's a freaking battle between Pokemon and Power World. That's what's happening. Also, what is up with this whole news about Pokemon suing Ice or Ice suing Pokemon? I forget how that goes. I'm not sure. I'm just referencing that because I don't know much the details in that news. But when it comes to Pokepia versus Power World, farming game or whatever it's called, I support Power World all the way because Pokemon is too big as it is. Share the wealth, or how about take it to the battle? Let's debate. Let's battle as gentlemen. Camaraderie. Oh yeah, that's the word. How about we see who sells more? I know Pokemon's going to win because it's freaking Nintendo, blah, 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 blah. Listen, I know Elon Musk is the richest man, but there is an up-and-coming billionaire out there that is going to be richer than Elon. Okay? Am I right? Am I wrong? Hey, listen, we don't know. We don't know. But it might happen because with this whole news about, Pokepia and Power World, and you might as well go check out Fratanga, shouts to him, when he's talking about this. He got the details. Me, I'm just yapping. That's what I do. I'm yapping, barking. So PlayStation State of Play happened. Dynasty Warriors is coming back. That's pretty cool. There's also some cool indie games in there as well, but also Last of Us 2. Oh my God, who's excited? No one freaking cares. Freaking Last of Us. Again, how many times you gotta sell Last of Us 2? This is a freaking HBO series. How about you advertise that more, huh? Huh? They're just milking that series. They're milking it. It's a good direct. It's not my kind of direct. I mean, there's some stuff for Helldivers. I didn't really see much of that. I don't know. It's either Destiny or Helldivers. Anyways. Animation news. Knights of Guinevere just released. The pilot is out there, and I saw it, and it's not bad. It's not bad. I had a hard time trying to review it, that's for sure. But go check that if you want to see a man trying to come up with words, make a word salad, and put some freaking ranch dressing on it. Also, there is a new Ladybug episode. What now? Asterix decided to get off his ass and just make something. He finally woke up. He woke up, everyone. I'm curious to see what this episode is about because I heard it's really good. That's it. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, jazz. I'll see you when I see you. One love with a piece. Give some happy birthdays to my boy Stefan. And I'll see you as you one love with a piece. We're petting your scenes.